Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke and this is the Everton Stadium update for the 27th of April 2024. Now, as we crack on today, the main things is that's going on around the site. For the most part, it's just a lot of the exterior stuff and a lot of stuff going inside the bowl of the stadium. Now, we will be doing the bowl of the stadium at the very end of the video, but the good thing is it's about 2 minutes and we can actually get a good little view inside the stadium as well. So I was actually trying a little bit of new stuff in that regard. But as we crack on now with the East Stands, as you can probably see right there, they are now getting the barrel cladding on for the southeast corner. I had to think about that for a second. And when we go over to the Fan Plaza as well, you will see absolutely tons of the aluminium cladding that is all over the Fan Plaza. So this is all going to be stuff that's going to be going across the East Stands. Why do I keep having to pause to think north, south, east and west? I don't know. But yeah, you can see it all there in the bottom right corner. But yeah, looking over the Fan Plaza right now, it is an absolutely amazing little piece of work that's going on right now. Now, one thing that was actually mentioned, and this one was mentioned by Ped at Toffee TV. So, if anyone doesn't know the whole story about it, a very quick ad-lib of it. So, there's a place in Liverpool where they actually advertised it solely for Liverpool fans for the Merseyside Derby. Obviously, this has went down as, obviously, like a nice cup cold sick. Because it's meant to be a place that was for basically everyone. Anyone who was going to come into town and enjoy it, it was welcome for everyone. But they decided to focus it for the Merseyside Derby for the Liverpool fans. Because you had, I believe it was the Red Men as well as a Liverpool fan singer. So, what was mentioned is Everton could do something very similar to this with the Fan Plaza. So if you don't know, the stadium itself will have a place inside there called the Streets. It's basically the mezzanine of the stadium itself, where you'll have bars and restaurants pretty much spanning right across the stadium on the inside, where you will be able to enjoy food and drink and everything, even when Everton aren't playing. So they could capitalise on that by opening up the Fan Plaza for fans, and let's say for argument's sake, Everton's got an away day and it's on Sky Sports or it's on TNT Sports. They could get this opened up, and if they were to have the budget, they could put 2 massive screens either side of the stand, have it stood up nicely, where Evertonians can go and watch it. They can go into the street, they can get food, they can get drink, and we can all go there and enjoy it in the Fan Plaza. Even when we're not playing at the stadium, we can still be at the stadium. This would be a great way to generate revenue for the club, as well as other things as well. It's a good way for generating revenue for as well as the bars and everything inside as well. But yeah, as we move along to the south stand right now, I've made sure I can actually catch the angle here, so where you can actually see the bottom window set, you can actually see the water bouncing off it. I tried to get that on the angle just right, just so you can see the reflections and everything, because it is absolutely beautiful when that happens, and I don't appreciate it enough when I'm flying across. So I'm trying to make a little bit more effort on getting these sorts of angles and everything. But yeah, as a whole, there isn't too much of an update here when it comes to the south stand. You can't see too much. Most of the glass is already in. All the facade is pretty much done. The main thing right now is work with the turnstiles as well as basic groundwork and everything. That's the main things that I've noticed anyway. But yeah, pardon me. I've still got this damned cold. This cold is really hanging in there. But yeah, as we move across now, we're going to go on the top down. And from here, we can see that the thermal layer is pretty much all done and dusted, or insulation layer, should I say. So what's going to happen now is, once this is done, the top remaining layers are going to go into place. And then from there, it's pretty much going to be done and dusted. I believe the solar panels will be going on in the near future as well. So whether they're going to be implemented into the actual cladding itself, or whether they're going to be, you know, just laid on top, it's anyone's guess. Well, I say anyone's guess. The people who are installing them and Lango work, they probably know it very well. But these are the sorts of things that will fly over my head, I'll be honest. It's information that's probably out there, but I've not been able to get my hands on it. But yeah, overall, what I'm expecting to see over the course of the near future. So, as you know, pitch work is going to get done. The groundwork on all 4 of the stands is probably going to be coming close to getting finished. And the barrel cladding being the main one. I would have expected the barrel cladding to be pretty much the one that takes precedence over anything else once, you know, the likes of the roof and everything done. So, because looking at it, over the course of a week, they were able to get 2 layers done. So, if they were to commit all their time to that, I would expect that to be done within, I don't know, 3 months, we'll say, at the most. Because we've seen from week to week to week, you see about 3 to 4 layers per week. So, it would be whizzed across like that. But I understand physics, gravity, and all that lovely stuff. If you're to get all the cladding on before other things are done, it could compromise the structural integrity of the stadium or the very roof of the stadium. But these are the sorts of things that obviously they take into account. So when it gets done, it gets done. But as we move across now onto the West Stand, it is looking rather nice, isn't it? That staircase is a really nice touch. I do love the staircase. I know I will be going on like a broken record, but it's things that I like to try and appreciate, because as we go across week to week, they won't see too much of an update. Like I've told you this in the very beginning of these videos, well, the very beginning of this entire series, you won't see too much week to week, but when you come across this from month to month, the difference is just absolutely mind-boggling. Now, I will actually cut here quite abruptly. I do apologise on that one. It's more down to the fact that my signal actually cut out there. I want to try and... what I would need to do, if I wanted to get this nice and seamless, I would have to go at 3 locations. So I'd have to do Blackstone Street for the likes of the North Stand, the East Stand, and I could probably even push it with the South Stand in the inner bowl. I could do... for the South Stand, I normally go past the Bramley by where the bridge is, and for the West Stand, I would have to find somewhere. I would probably even have to push it and say go over the water and go Wallacey ways to get a clean one for the West Stand, which I might actually be tempted to do for the next video, because I don't think Everton are playing at home, so the next game is going to be, it's Luton away, so I might actually be tempted to try that. But yeah, I'm sorry, I went completely off tangent there. But yeah, looking over the North Stand again, this is something that, like I said in the previous little section there, you're going to see changes, little micro changes week to month, but coming into it week to week, you won't see too much, unfortunately. But I am trying to make an effort to try and, you know, keep the consistency so we can see things as they progress, and anything that I do miss, I want you to mention in the comment section. I will actually bring it up in the next video normally. But looking over everything, as we can see, pretty much the North Stand's roof looks to be done and dusted. It looks great. You've even got the it kind of looks like poly. The poly sheets that are over the front there. So you've got your lovely cladding on the back, and then you've got like your poly sheets where it sort of perforates at the front. So all that is done. So that's an example of what it's going to look like when it's all done and dusted. And I will say, this is one that actually did make me laugh, and again off tangent for this one. But I had someone a couple of weeks ago mentioning that it's a nice stadium and everything, but has nothing on the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Now, with all due respect, Tottenham Stadium looks great. Got no qualms with it. But don't come onto my channel and start chatting like that. With all due respect, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it looks like a facelifted Emirates Stadium. Except the Emirates Stadium's got more trophies in it. But yeah, if anyone wants to argue with me on that one, by all means, but look at the comparison of them. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and the Emirates Stadium, they are the exact same shape. They hold a very similar design, as well as the ground layouts around it. So if anyone wants to say, oh no, they're completely different, in all fairness, they're not all that different. Whereas with Everton Stadium, yes, granted, Goodison Park is one of the main templates that we've got for this, but it's a more open, soft rectangle shape, and it's designed to look like it fits in with the area. It's not an abomination that's just been dumped in the middle of an area, in the middle of Little Russia. It's not that. It's an actual, it's been, how can I put this in the best way possible without offending someone? Because I know someone's going to get offended by this. Also, just very quickly, you can see a lot of work going on right there. So the main stuff there, the main black lines there, I'm not sure whether they are the irrigation or whether the electrical wires. Because bear in mind, there's going to be advertisement boards that are going to be circling where the stands are and everything. So I'm going to make a safe guess on that one and say they're the actual... I don't know. The safe guess is I actually don't know. But we can also see trench work and everything as well, coming across the 4 areas. It is exciting to see this coming along. Now, this is a little bit different than what I did last week. So I am going to keep trying to sort of get something, and I want you to tell me, did you prefer this one, or do you prefer the style last week when it comes to the video inside the bowl? Put it in the comment section below. I do appreciate your feedback in that regard. Because when I did it last time, it was basically I was on an angle and I was pointing across, so you sort of saw everything as well as the seats and everything, and we went across. Whereas with this, it's very reminiscent to the very old styles that I used to do, where it was literally just a top-down bird's eye view. So we're seeing everything in great detail. We can also see the seats at the bottom terrace. However, it's a little bit more closed, if you get what I mean. You're seeing less, but you're also seeing more, as weird as it sounds. But yeah, back into it. So, what I was regarding to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it does look nice and everything, but it looks like a stadium's just been dumped in the middle of Little Russia. Whereas with this, it fits in with the whole design of the area and everything. So it does actually blend in with the environment. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Sorry about the little tangents here and there. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the week. Up the fucking toffees. Let's keep this win rate going. Take care and peace.